Hola, I am Maestra Tammy from Pasitos, and today I have a quick video because you are watching this video because you have a space. I currently have a space for your child to start back in our classrooms starting on June 15th. So this video, I'm going to talk about who is allowed to return. I'm going to talk about some of the changes that you can be expecting when we open. I'm going to share some of the questions that we're still trying to figure out, and I want to share the next steps for you and for us to move forward so that we can be ready for your child to start with us on June 15th. So I want to take a moment right now to also say thank you to all of our essential workers. You are super important, and I want to say thank you on behalf of for me, my family, and my staff, for all of us at Pasitos. The work you are doing is super important. You are working on the vaccine, or you're a nurse, or you're a parole officer, you're a sheriff, and thank you for the work that you're doing. We are opening up for you and for everyone. The safest place right now for your child is at home. The safest place for you is at home. As far as I know, with all of these changes that are being made, we are still in a shelter-in-place order. The safest place at home, the safest place for you and your child is at home. And we are making lots of changes to make sure that we can keep all of our staff, all of the children, and all of you safe. So it's the beginning of June in Santa Clara County, and they just released earlier this week that they are opening it up to everyone. Childcare and summer camps is open to all families, all children. It is not open only to essential workers. It's open for everyone. And I need to remind you, the safest place for you and your child is at home. And it's been hard. It's been hard living and with our children 24/7, with our partners 24/7, with our pets 24/7. It's been hard. I know trying to work from home full time with your partners, trying to work from home full time, and you have the children. My children are older, they're elementary school, and it's hard. And right now, Santa Clara County is giving options to you. Some options for your child to open up. So I do have some space for your child. I'm giving you some time for you to work, to do some of the stuff that you need to be doing. So we are open to everyone. And the reminder, the safest place for your child and for you is at home. So some of the changes that we're going to be making when we return is no visitors, no parents, no one's allowed inside the classroom except for the children and the teachers. Extra staff members such as myself, if I am not actively teaching in the classroom, I am also limiting my time in the classroom. We will of course be having an altered sign in, sign out, drop off, pick up process because you are not allowed in the classroom. We will have modified operating hours. I don't know what those hours will look like yet. We're still trying to figure out all of the pieces. We will have modified operating hours. All of our staff will be wearing masks. All of the children will be invited to be wearing masks. I am asking you, when you come to do pickups and drop-offs at the school, that you also wear a mask. We have ordered some of those no-touch thermometers. I hope that they will arrive by our June 15th opening date. Once they will arrive, all staff and all children will be scanned and have their temperature taken every day when they arrive. Any child with a temperature 100.4 or higher will be sent home. Children will be assigned designated play areas. We're dividing the classroom physically in half. All of the preschool classrooms, we're dividing them in half, the carpeted areas. And every child, when they come in, they will be told, friend, this is your side of the classroom, and you get to play on this side of the classroom. Our other friends will be on the other side of the classroom. We're dividing the classroom in half. So each classroom will have 2 reading areas, 2 block areas, 2 art areas, and then each child will have a designated side of the classroom to work and to play. We will be encouraging social distancing in the classroom. This means that we will not be encouraging children to play and work together. We are encouraging children to play by themselves. Some of these changes are really hard. They get down to really the heart and the fabric of who we are as Pasitos. And this is a process, and I wanted you to know of what to expect when your child returns. Some things that we still need to figure out is we need to figure out hugs. That's a big question. How can we give hugs to the children? We were talking about having special clothes for each child. If each child does need some emotional comforting, that physical support, we still don't know how we're going to figure out the transition and emotional difficulties, the emotional traumatic times that sometimes children have at drop-off. We're still trying to figure that out. Some things we're in the process of working out is our modified cleaning routines, and implementing those, and of how that would look when it's less staffing and less children. A maximum capacity right now in our classroom is 10 children. There will be 10 children in each classroom. We're going to divide each group of 10 in half, so 5 on each half of the classroom, and each half will have a designated teacher. Again, I mentioned the modified operating hours. In trying to keep with safety and in following all of the rules from the Department of Social Services and also the Department of Public Health of how we are able to meet the needs and keep everyone safe in our classrooms. It includes that napping mats have to be 6 feet apart. This means that we need to limit the number of children that are napping in our classrooms. Your child may not be able to nap with us. If you are essential workers, I have a place for your child to nap in our classroom. If you are not an essential worker, you are currently on the wait list. We are figuring it out. We need to measure, get in the classrooms and measure out how many napping mats we can have in each classroom. Siblings will have to get together. We're rearranging groups. If you have siblings in our program, they will be in the same group, regardless of age. We're also modifying our snack and our eating times, our eating procedures. We usually have community, family style servings. That will be changing. We're also looking at increasing the amount of time that we play outside, because we know that it's better for all of us, for our safety, to be breathing outside instead of inside in enclosed environments. So that's a lot for you to take in, all of those changes that are going to be happening. So again, a reminder, the safest place at home is for your child. If after watching this video, if after reviewing the addendum to the admission agreement that you'll be getting soon, if you decide that it's hard, you're going to keep on doing it hard, I'm staying home with my children all summer is my plans. I'm going to be working from home with my children. They will not be going to camp. It's hard. We do offer a variety of virtual options. I know virtual options aren't the same, and I know it's a struggle. It's a struggle to get my children onto some of these virtual classes, and I know it's not the same. And because we all know the safest place for all of us is at home, I encourage you to consider it if you're not an essential worker. If you're not an essential worker, really think about how much time you need to have your child with us at Pasitos. How much time what's the minimum amount of time you can have your child with us and away from you? that would be helpful, extremely helpful, as we are trying to figure out our starting time, our end time, and teacher shifts. So next steps. The next steps for me, I need to get back all of my teachers in the classroom to finish organizing the classroom spaces and to be measuring how many napping mats I can have in each classroom. Next week, I'm also scheduling a 4-hour training to all of our teachers who are returning to talk about the coronavirus, maintaining social distance, maintaining it in the classroom, all of the change to our procedures, including not having a partner, a co-teacher, and for all of our teachers to be able to be ready to teach their own group of 5 or 6 children. The next steps for you. Soon, I imagine by the beginning of next week, you'll be getting an email that has more information about our start time and our end time. It'll have attached the addendum to our admission agreement that I need you to read over carefully, that talks about a lot of these changes and talks about your agreements to us. I will also include a copy of our COVID action plan so you can see everything that we are doing and that we are considering for your reference. I will also be including a copy of our social distancing protocol, which is required by the Santa Clara County Department of Public Health. Be patient. I thank you for being a part of our community. It takes a village. I appreciate you all being a part of our village. So be on the lookout for the email from me or Julieta with the information, with the attachments. If after watching this video, if you agree the safest place for your child is home with you, or if you decide, if you wait until the very last minute, we usually have a 30-day notice. We're going to be waiving things right now because we want to keep all of us safe. So as you're considering, as things change, please let me know what you're needing. If you have any more questions, I've had conversations with many of you. I'm happy to get on the phone with all of you. Send me an email direct, tammy@pasitoschool.com, and we can get on the phone and I can answer your specific questions. Some other options, real quick options, if you don't think it'll work to bring your child in with us and you're not ready for some virtual options, another great option is to think about doing some family sharing, some childcare sharing with one other family, where you take turns swapping kids for a couple days, each taking turns, so you're each able to get some work done, which we all know it's hard to get work done from home with our children and with our partners. So I am happy to reach out to you to talk to you some more. I look forward to seeing you all soon. Maybe I'll see you at some graduations, and stay well. Ciao.